Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, those who love me. Because let's be honest, WHO does today, I want to talk about the truth is, the life you dream of living requires a different version of you. It demands strength, discipline, courage, and an unshakable commitment to growth. But deep down, there's another version of you, a weaker one, that's holding you back. That version is full of excuses, doubt, fear, laziness, and old stories you keep telling yourself about why things haven't worked out yet. That weak version of you isn't just a shadow, it's an enemy. And if you don't confront it, if you don't kill it, it will keep stealing your potential one day at a time. You know exactly what it looks like. It's the version that hits snooze even when you promised yourself you'd get up early. It's the one that scrolls endlessly on your phone instead of reading, studying, or building something meaningful. It's the one that tells you you'll do it tomorrow, even though tomorrow has turned into years of missed opportunity. That version of you is a liar. It lies to keep you safe. It lies to keep you small. It lies to keep you comfortable. But nothing great ever came from comfort. Nothing extraordinary has ever been built by someone who played it safe. The reason you feel stuck sometimes isn't because you lack potential, it's because you keep choosing the weaker voice inside you. That whisper that says, take it easy. That voice that says you've done enough. That thought that says, why even try? You always fail. And every time you listen to it, you feed it. You let it grow. And the more you feed it, the stronger it becomes until it runs your life. But let's be clear. That voice doesn't own you. You weren't born to be weak. You weren't built to quit. You weren't made to settle for mediocrity. There's a stronger version of you, fierce, focused, relentless, waiting beneath the surface. But you'll never meet that version if you keep protecting the weaker one. You have to be willing to go to war with it. You have to be willing to feel the pain of growth, the discomfort of discipline, and the pressure of responsibility. You have to be willing to face your fears, embrace the struggle, and do the things you don't feel like doing. Every time you show up when it's hard, every time you say no to distractions, every time you choose growth over comfort, you're killing the weak version of yourself. You're starving it of power. You're stripping it of control. And the more you do that, the more you step into the version of you that's capable of leading, building, and creating the life you truly want. You can't take the weak version of you into your future, because your future is built on sacrifice, consistency, and bold decisions. You can't bring the lazy voice into your mission. You can't drag procrastination into your goals. You can't allow doubt to walk with you into your destiny. That version has to die. And the death of it starts with a decision to stop negotiating with yourself, to stop explaining your way out of action, and to stop making room for weakness. No more excuses, no more blame, no more waiting for motivation. The strongest people in the world don't rely on how they feel, they move based on who they want to become. They understand that greatness doesn't come from doing what's easy. It comes from doing what's necessary. That means waking up early even when you're tired. That means training when you'd rather rest. That means showing up when no one's watching, pushing harder when no one believes, and staying focused when everything around you tries to distract you. You'll never rise if you keep feeding the part of you that wants to stay low. You'll never grow if you keep coddling the part of you that wants to stay the same. Every next level of your life demands a new level of you. And sometimes that means letting go of who you've been so you can become who you're meant to be. That means saying goodbye to the story that says, I can. That means burning the bridge back to comfort. That means embracing the discomfort of transformation. It's not easy. In fact, it will be one of the hardest things you ever do. Killing the weak version of yourself means you'll have to face everything you've been avoiding. You'll have to admit that you've let yourself down before. You'll have to be honest about the times you could have done more but chose not to. But that pain, that honesty, that's the beginning of power. Because you can't change what you won't face. And once you face it, once you own it, you can finally destroy it. Think about the version of you who's focused, disciplined, confident, and driven. That version of you doesn't live in fantasy. It's real. But it doesn't come free. It comes at the cost of killing the weaker self, the one that's afraid of rejection, afraid of failing, afraid of success, afraid of judgment, afraid of being alone. You have to remind yourself daily, fear is natural, but surrender is a choice. And if you choose to surrender to fear, you let the weak version win. But if you face fear and still move forward, you give power to the warrior within. You weren't made to be average. You weren't built to be forgotten. You weren't born to live a life of regrets. You have a purpose. You have a vision. But that purpose can't live in the same space as comfort. That vision can't breathe when you keep suffocating it with your fears and insecurities. You need to create separation between who you've been and who you're becoming. That means drawing a line and saying, that weak version of me ends here. No more choosing the easy way. No more justifying why you're not where you want to be. No more hiding behind potential without putting in the work. Because every single day is a battle. You're either feeding the weakness or you're fueling the strength. You're either making progress or you're making excuses. You're either building your future or you're burying your dreams. There is no middle ground. There is no neutral. You either rise or you fall. And that choice is made with every action you take, every decision you make, every thought you entertain. So stop giving your energy to the version of you that wants to stay small. Stop negotiating with the part of you that doesn't care about your future. Stop compromising your greatness for temporary pleasure. This is your moment, right now. You get to decide who you become. You get to rewrite the story. You get to silence the weak version and build the strongest, most unstoppable version of yourself. And it starts with one choice: to stop running from your potential and start rising into it. That means owning your mornings, pushing through your pain, embracing the grind, and committing to your goals like your life depends on it. Because it does. Your future depends on the version of you that shows up today. So ask yourself, who are you going to be? The one who watches from the sidelines or the one who plays to win? The one who talks about it or the one who's about it? The one who hides behind fear or the one who moves with faith? The one who stays weak or the one who rises strong? Every moment is a test, and every test is an opportunity to prove that the weak version of you no longer runs the show. Let your actions speak. Let your consistency shine. Let your mindset be your weapon. Destroy the lies. Drown out the doubts. Burn the excuses. Because the real you, the strong, focused, driven version is ready. All it's waiting for is for you to kill the one that's been holding you back. And once you do, there's no stopping what you can become. You have to wake up with fire. Every single morning is another chance to put a nail in the coffin of that weaker version. That's what this life is, a battle between the version of you that wants comfort and the version that craves greatness. Which one are you feeding? Which one are you protecting? Because let's be honest, we don't get what we want in life. We get what we're willing to work for. We get what we demand of ourselves. We get what we fight for every day with sweat, tears, sacrifice, and a refusal to back down. People will doubt you. Obstacles will test you. Life will try to break you. But the strongest version of you is forged in fire. Not when it's easy, but when it's brutal. And if you can keep showing up when it's hard, if you can keep choosing discipline over excuses, if you can keep pushing when everything inside you wants to quit, that's when you'll begin to rise. That's when the weak version starts to die. And that's when the real you takes control. So ask yourself, what are you still holding on to? What excuses are you still justifying? What old stories are you still believing? Burn them, starve them, destroy them. You don't need them anymore. The future you are capable of living is so much greater than the fear that's been keeping you stuck. But you have to want it bad enough to let go of the lesser version of you. You have to want it so badly that staying the same becomes more painful than change. And when that happens, when your hunger outweighs your fear, that's when everything shifts. The world doesn't need more people who settle. It needs more people who rise. It needs warriors. It needs leaders. It needs fighters. So kill that weak version of yourself, not out of hate, but out of love. Because you love who you can become. Because you love what you're chasing. Because you love your purpose enough to sacrifice your comfort. Let today be the day you draw a line in the sand. Let today be the day you choose to evolve. Not next week. Not when you feel like it, right now. Because time doesn't wait. Opportunities don't last. And life won't wait around for you to decide. So rise now. Kill the weakness. Become the warrior. And never look back.